Roblox Bedwars has had millions of players, some known for their creativity, some known for their skill. Some were even known for dominating an entire era. But every once in a while, a player comes along who makes the game look completely different. A player who moves differently, thinks differently, and plays at a level that most players can only dream of to understand. For many Bedwars players, one name comes up when talking about the highest level of gameplay: RealYoGodlike. But how did he become one of the most respected players in Roblox Bedwars history? That, my friend, is what we're going to be talking about today. Every great player starts somewhere. Before the recognition, before the reputation, and before people started calling him one of the best, RealYoGodlike was just another player trying to improve. Like every competitive player, the journey wasn't built overnight. It came from playing, learning, making mistakes, and constantly trying to become better. But eventually, something started to change. The way he approached fights became different. His movement became cleaner. His decisions became faster, and his PvP became elite. And slowly, people started to notice that this wasn't just another good player. This was something special. The hardest part about becoming a top player isn't having one insane game. Anybody can have a lucky moment. The hardest part is being able to do it over and over and over again. RealYoGodlike built his reputation through consistency. Game after game, he showed the same qualities that separate elite players from everyone else. His ability to win fights, make smart decisions, and stay calm under the pressure made him stand out. Eventually, his gameplay became something players wanted to study. Not because he won, but because of how he won. The first thing that stands out when watching Godlike is his mechanics. Bedwars is a game where tiny advantages matter. A better movement decision, a faster reaction, a better understanding of positioning. Those small differences add up. At the highest levels, those differences decide who wins. Godlike is seen as the greatest player of all time. And he's one of the most mechanically skilled players to ever do it, which is why he's even in this category of top players, because he is elite at everything he does. Mechanics aren't the only reason great players succeed. Take J-Ping Bobo, or Cat, for example. He's not known for having the best PvP, but his game sense and everything else he is elite at, which is why he's able to hang with the top players. He is able to implement kit skill, good decision making, while also not having great PvP. The best players understand the game before it even happens. They know when an opponent is going to attack, they know when to take risks, and they know when a fight is worth taking. RealYoGodlike's gameplay shows that Bedwars isn't just about clicking faster, it's about thinking faster. Throughout his time playing Bedwars, certain moments helped build their reputation around RealYoGodlike. Moments where the average player would lose the fight. But somehow, he finds a way to win. These are the moments that create a legacy. Because years later, people don't remember every normal game. They remember the impossible ones. Of course, whenever a player is considered one of the greatest, there's always a debate. Middle of February 2025. Godlike versus Wall late game. The late game took 5 hours, and Godlike and Wall were facing off. Godlike lost this late game 10-7 to Wall. And then all of a sudden, he was overshadowed by Wall, and people, including me, always thought that Wall was always the better player and that Godlike has been dethroned. A couple months later, the PvP changed and Godlike quit, leaving the best player to be gone and for there to be no rightful replacement. Who is actually the best? Bedwars has had many talented players throughout its history. Different players have dominated different times. Different players have different strength. Some people value tournament success. Others value raw skill. Others value consistency. But regardless of where someone ranks him, RealYoGodlike has become one of the names that represents the highest level Bedwars can reach. A player's legacy isn't just about the statistics. It's about the impact they leave behind. The players who inspire others to improve. The players whose gameplay becomes something people want to learn from. The players who become remembered long after their peak. And this is what makes RealYoGodlike's story interesting. He isn't just a player with good clips. He's a player who represents an entire level of Bedwars skill, and on the record, Godlike is the greatest and most mechanically skilled player to ever touch this game. And it's not even close. Roblox Bedwars has changed a lot over the years. YouTubers, updates, have all changed the game. Players have come and gone. New strategies have been created. But the greatest players are remembered because they adapt. They push the limits of what people thought was possible. And whenever you believe RealYoGodlike is the greatest player ever, or simply just one of the greatest, there's no denying the impact that he's had on Roblox Bedwars. Because legends aren't created from one moment. They're created from years of improving themselves. And I think that is pretty special. Goodbye, RealYoGodlike. Everybody wants you to come back. You are the greatest player in history.